Any parting words for our viewers about tonight or about anything?
Yes, I just love the fact that you have this show, another platform to just get positive things out there. You're doing it, so I know it's
thank
positive.
you,
In
Angela.
fact, we met because of the positive
That's
things
right.
that you're doing.
Yep.
Paying it forward, he mentors
Yes.
children. I love that about you.
Thank you.
So my parting words are just keep supporting Walter Kirkland.
Did you hear that?
Keep on your gaddy.
And Gloria, why is it a magical moment?
Because we worked so hard to get here.
What's up? This guy's about to make history. You know why? What I mean? He's about to bring the minor football league into the Washington, D.C. area. Tell them about your business and what you do.
Oh, so basically I'm a network consultant for graphic consulting. I'm the president and the owner. Also the owner for the new NFL football club.
Hey, Alfred, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well.
Man, bless you, brother. Thank you. Alfred with the purple line.
It's about legacy wealth.
Yes.
Building legacy wealth for ourselves, our families, and our children, our progeny.
Hi, I'm Walt Kirkland. Welcome back to another edition of Kirkland's Corner. Tonight, we salute the young professionals, the leaders. We also have our radio personality, Bobby Gales, of the Steve Harvey Morning Show. He's amazing. We also have a mother and a son team. Oh, you wait till you meet these guys. They're part of the Disney Dreamers Academy. Tenyo and Jeremiah Pearl, all going to be back here shortly on Kirkland's Corner. Don't go away. We got a great show.
Please have a seat. I'll be honest. Your resume, not what I'm used to.
I know.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need a hard worker.
Good. I've got 2 part-time jobs and to help my parents pay the bills.
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find, cultivate, and train a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Good night, stars. Good night, air. Good night, noises everywhere. Time to say good night.
All right. Welcome back. Welcome back to Kirkland's Corner. The first guest, how can I say, hey, man, thank you, brother, man.
That's a pleasure.
You know,
pleasure, Walter.
Bobby Gales, I mean, this guy, he's a premier host of the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Man, thank you for taking your time. And, you know, Bobby, everybody knows you. So how did you get into this business, Bobby?
Well, you know, it's a long story, but I'll give you the edited version.
Please.
I'm currently here, you know, as the host of Taking It to the Streets on the Steve Harvey Morning Show on WHUR 96.3. It started in college. I was at the college radio station, and I realized that that's what I wanted to do. Landed my first job in Sacramento, California.
Okay.
Small station called KPOP.
At the left coast?
That's the left coast, right, exactly. The left coast, right, exactly.
Yeah.
And then I worked my way from there to San Francisco, to KBLX, and then came to New York to WBLS. Yes. Worked there for several years, and then worked at Kiss FM in New York as well for quite a few years. And now I'm here in D.C. working at WHUR, doing some great things in the community. It's given me a great opportunity to meet some movers and shakers like yourself.
Thank you.
And just really kind of give back to the community and spotlight people who are doing great things in the community who want to help and give back.
So you're taking it to the streets, which I met you. What is that? That showcases nonprofits? What is it?
It showcases nonprofit organizations, showcases individuals who are giving back to the community.
I see.
We have some clients who just want to do good in the community. So it's all community based. A shout out to my producer Renee Nash, who's a awesome person in the community. She's been in this business for years. So we've been able to really make an impact and change some lives. And I think that's what taking it to the streets is all about on WHUR.
Yeah, I appreciate you, brother. But let's get back to your career. So, what are some of the highlights? I mean, who made Bobby Gales? You know, you went to New York, went to Cali. What are some of the highlights in your career?
Well, I think
that's really defined Bobby Gales.
I think the first most important thing is I had a mentor. And I always tell young people, have a mentor. So my mentor told me, go out and just get a job and then work your way back to New York. My highlight of my career was coming back to New York because that was home. And because family, you know, originally from New York, the Bronx. So
Boogie Down Bronx?
Boogie Down Bronx, you know. So
I love it.
Coming back to New York to work at a station I listened to as a kid was the highlight of my career.
That's cool. That's good stuff.
Yeah, and then I worked at Kiss FM in New York during its heyday as well. So that would be the highlights of my career. There's been some highs and lows, some of the challenges.
Yeah, what are some of the lows, Bobby? What are some of the challenges? Because there might be some people out here that want to get into the business. What are some of the lows in radio and TV?
Well, let me put it like this. There are highs and lows in this business, and you have to stay even keel, personally, mentally. You have to be prepared for rejection. I've been fired 3-4 times in the business. So
I know the feeling.
Yeah, you know, if you haven't been fired once, you haven't been in radio long enough. So, you know.
That's so true.
Yeah. So
why did you go back?
Because it's what I love. It's in my blood. Radio is in my blood.
Wow.
And just because someone says no doesn't mean not. No, it means not yet.
Yes.
And you never want to give up. So it's like being knocked down. You want to make sure you get back up.
So, Bobby, what you're saying, it's okay to fall down.
It's okay to fall down, so long as you get back up.
Wow,
exactly.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's transition to the Dreamers Academy, which we're going to have some guests. Jeremiah, that guy is just off the chain.
And his mom,
Tenyo. I mean, they're just the energy they have.
Yeah.
Tell the viewers about that program and how did you get introduced to it?
Okay, and it was through the Taking to the Street segment that I'm involved with at WHUR. It's been going on for about, I want to say about 12 years
12
now,
years.
With Steve Harvey and Essence Magazine, along with obviously Disney.
Disney, yes.
Right. So they, out of tens of thousands of entries, kids who enter to apply to become a Disney Dreamer, 100 kids are picked from across the country.
Goodness.
And they are brought down to Disney, and Disney opens the doors up for them, regardless of what your career, career ambitions might be. You know, they have someone down there to talk to you.
Oh, so they have,
because
I think Jeremiah was into acting. What else do they have? Business?
They have acting, they have business, they have law.
Awesome.
They have medical, horticulture, animation, so it runs the gamut.
That's amazing.
It's a great program. High school students, they take high school students only.
That's awesome.
Because they're trying to groom these kids for success, to dream big.
So Bobby, talk to me. They pay for the expenses with a chaperone?
This is
that
Disney.
True?
Disney pays for the kids to come down and the chaperone.
For what, 3 days?
4 days. They go down there. They're immersed in deep dives in their particular field, whether it's culinary. It doesn't make a difference what it is.
And you have specialties in the field. You have athletes. You have culinary specialists.
We have culinary specialties.
Actors.
We have actors.
Wow.
We have performers, singers. Neil was down there last year.
Neil.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they make it possible for kids to really look at the success of people. You have a situation where you have mentors and speakers, who come down and talk to them about dreaming big, how to dress for success, what the do's and don'ts of life. So it's an awesome program, and it's really incumbent upon parents to really push their children to apply.
How about the people in the DMV get involved with this Dreamers program? Can you let them know where to go and what to do?
They can go to DisneyDreamersAcademy.com, and they can go and apply online.
So DisneyDreamersAcademy.com.
They can go online.
Now they can apply?
They can apply
for next year?
For next year.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm doing some outreach as well.
Yes.
So I'll be putting together some outreach programs to introduce parents and these young adults to the program.
Beautiful.
It's an awesome program.
Beautiful.
I think we need to have our kids more involved in this.
And you said specifically to me, we need black boys in this region, correct?
We need. Well, it was personal for me. Because,
Oh, for you. Okay.
But we do. Because last year we had no boys in our group and from the DMV.
I see.
Year before we had one. So for me, that was like, wait a minute, we need to get these young boys in there because,
right.
The girls have a movement, women have a movement, but we cannot allow our young boys to think that they are second-class citizens, because we need to make sure they are pushed to the front, because when you develop young boys to become young men like you do with yourself, and you mentor these young boys, they become men, and they have to take care of the family, and that's the core of it.
So Bobby, let's get back to Bobby Gales. You've been in this business, what, 30 years?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I'll just put it right there.
Before we close this out, how do you do it? I mean, who's your mentor?
Well, my mentor passed, but it was when I was in college. He told me, like, you need to learn everything about this business, not just the on-air side.
I see.
But the sales
everything
side.
Apart. Yes.
You have to learn to understand sales aspect. You have to learn promotions if you're going to survive in this business.
Interesting.
So with the help of obviously my wife, who's my biggest cheerleader.
Oh, Joy, she's
Joy
amazing.
is amazing.
Beautiful person.
My three kids, Michael, Janine, and Jackie, they are always behind me. So it makes it easier for me to do what I need to do.
What do you say to people who are trying to find their passion, Bobby? Do you think you have to have a passion for this business in order to be successful?
You have to have a passion for anything to be successful. But you have to have not just a passion, you have to understand what your gift is.
Ooh, your gift zone.
Yeah. So, if you realize what your gift is, then your passion will come through for it. And in this particular business, you have to be able to understand, to take rejection, to understand that not everyone's going to like what you do.
Yes.
You have to be able to get out and hustle. It doesn't make a difference. I always tell people, it doesn't make a difference where you went to school, what education you have. If you don't get your grind on, if you don't get your hustle on, then you will not accomplish the goals you want to accomplish in life.
Tell the viewers about, it's changed, Bobby. We talk about this when we're playing golf.
Right.
Radio's different than it used to be. How's it changed in terms of like social media and?
Oh, well.
How's it changed?
Yeah.
How's it changed?
Everything is instant now.
Immediate gratification.
Immediate gratification. Back in the day, we didn't have computers, laptops, iPhones, or Androids or anything like that. So we just dealt with radio as a source for getting our news and information, especially black radio. Today it's different. Now you can get your news anywhere on your phone.
You can get it on this device.
Right here, you get your news, you get your music. So radio has to change and evolve. So now it's more of what can we do to entice our audience to listen to the radio station. So you have personality radio. You have contesting radio. Where,
what do you mean?
Well, I was say contesting radio, but I mean, contest.
Oh, contest.
Yeah. Certain contests we do.
Oh, right,
to keep people engaged.
You do that, you do that
on a regular basis.
Daily or is it Fridays?
It could be any day.
Any day.
But radio has changed to the point where it's still fun, so long as you allow it to be fun. But it's different because now it requires more from each individual.
It seems like you're doing more now. As I talk to people like yourself, you're producing, you're writing, you're editing, you're doing like the jack of all. You're running the board sometimes. Is that correct?
That's correct, and that's where my mentor came in and told me this years ago. He said, be able to do everything in this business that you can possibly do, because you never know when you're going to need those skills.
Wow.
And there are people who have just stuck in one form of being on the air, and some of them are out of work. Some of them, they're trying to find work. But I always tell people, look, learn sales, learn promotions, learn production.
Which you've done sales too.
Exactly.
Like, to your point.
Yes.
Is that in New York you did sales?
In New York, I did sales, WFAN, sports radio, and did sales at WETA.
Wow.
So you have to be able to balance that and understand that it's a business.
I think the power that you have, Bobby, that you don't even realize is your messaging. Every word has meaning, and you do this every single day. And on behalf of the Washington metro area, we appreciate you, brother, because your grind is not easy. Your grind is something you can keep it fresh. You got to keep it on time. It's not easy to do, and you have passion for that. How might somebody get into this business if they were wanting to get into this business, Bobby, for the viewers out there?
Well, you want to find a college radio station if they're going to college.
So like an internship?
Like an internship, and that always helps. And if you're not in college, then you have to find someone to mentor you and knock on doors, knock on the radio station. That
just like cold call.
Just cold call. Look, you got to volunteer. The one thing, you want to go get coffee, whatever I can do. We used to be a time when we wanted to
get apprentice.
An apprentice. No, a gopher. More of a gopher. Yeah, more of a gopher. Because that's what I did as an intern in New York at WWRL.
Wow.
I was an intern, but I would go get coffee. I'd go file papers.
Wow.
Just to be in that environment, and I would learn, and they would teach me.
So let's transition. We got about 2 minutes left. Bobby Gales, where do you want to be in 5 years? You want to keep doing what you're doing? You want to do something?
I want to keep doing what I'm doing.
You like what you're doing?
I love what I'm doing. So long as my voice can hold up, I'm good to go.
Wow.
I may transition into other aspects of radio.
Awesome.
I've done syndication.
Awesome.
I may do some more voice work, which I'm doing
You
now.
really should. I see you doing more of that.
Yes.
Tell the viewers what voiceover work represents.
Voiceover work basically means that you're going out and you're selling your voice to clients.
Okay.
And if they like the way you sound, then what happens, you obviously will get the account.
Awesome.
And that's what that's about.
So let's close this out, Bobby. Anything you want to say? You got about a minute to go about the Dreamers, about you, about anything.
Okay.
What's your parting words, Bobby Gales?
My parting words.
HUR.
My parting words is, regardless of whatever it is you want to do, and this kind of ties in with the Dreamers, it ties in with my career, that you have to have a plan. Okay? Have a plan, and then plan your work. Plan it out, because a dream without a plan is just that, a dream.
Half-baked.
Half-baked. So, and don't be afraid to dream. Don't be afraid to dream big.
Don't be afraid to dream and fall down, right, and get back up.
Yeah. Dream big, as big as you possibly can, and that's what they teach at the Disney Dreamers Academy. And don't be afraid to fail. Fail your way to success.
Well, congratulations to you, brother, man. 30-plus years. I love you, man, as a brother. Give them that website one more time for the Dreamers Academy.
DisneyDreamersAcademy.com.
All right, Bobby Gales in the house here. It's been a pleasure to have you.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing. You're a good friend.
Man, I appreciate
you, brother, man.
All right.
And hey, Dreamers success story coming up next. Don't go away on Kirkland's Corner. Got guys like Bobby Gales here. Ha ha! Well, Kirkland back here. Normally Bobby's interviewing people, but I got a chance to interview Bobby Gales here from Steve Harvey Morning Show. What's up,
the roles have switched, right?
Yes.
We've switched the roles a little bit. Okay.
Yeah,
it's
brother.
Good,
First of all, I want to say thank you for what you do every single day. I
appreciate it.
And tell the viewers what's happening today.
Well, you know what? We came out here to Moulton Golf Course, a wonderful spot where they're always pouring back into the community. We're talking about a program that is inspiring young men and women. It's called the Disney Dreamers Academy. And so I took it upon myself, and with the help of the folks at Disney, to expose our youth to this program. It's an awesome program with Steve Harvey and Essence Magazine. It's a chance for them to be immersed into greatness and find their greatness. So that's what I'm all about. It's all about exposing our young people to something different, something new, and an awesome program that not a lot of people know about. So if you're on your computer right now, just go to Disney Dreamers Academy and apply to become a Disney Dreamer.
Repeat that again. What's the website?
It's DisneyDreamersAcademy.com.
Physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? But now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Hey, Walt Kirkland here, Kirkland's Corner. Hope you're having a great day. We're out here at Upper Marlboro. And you know, by the way, there's only four black-owned golf courses in the entire country. But in Upper Marlboro and beautiful Prince George's County, we're at the facility today. But to my right, what can I say? We had a kickoff of the Dreamers Academy with Steve Harvey. And to my right is a parent and a person that participated in the program. Ma'am, tell them who you are and tell them about the program.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Tenyo Pearl. I'm the mother of Jeremiah Pearl. He was inducted in 2016 class of Disney Dreamers Academy.
Tell them what that academy does.
The Academy is a 3-day event that's sponsored by Steve Harvey and Essence magazines, and it allows children to explore, young people to explore their talent and their interests, and they match them up with mentors, and they also expose them to different workshops and motivational sessions as well.
Wonderful. And tell them who you are, young man, and how important the Dreamers Academy was to you.
Hello, my name is Jeremiah Pearl. I was a member of the 2016 class at Disney Dreamers Academy. And Disney Dreamers Academy is a life-changing experience because they take you and make you realize what your true potential and dreams are. And they match you up. They put you in things that they call deep dives, and those are the events that get you hands-on experience in whatever your dreams are. It could be arranged from acting, culinary, medicine, even animation. So whatever it is that you want to do with your life, they find a way to match you up with the people that are professionals in it, and it's a great time all around.
Tell them what your interest is. You're going to be an actor, right? Or you are an actor.
Yeah, so my personal dream is to pursue a career in acting. I am an actor. I have acted. I attend St. Mary's College in Maryland. My recent play was Lydia Diamond's Stick Fly, directed by the wonderful Denise J. Hart from Howard University. So shout out to Professor Hart in St. Mary's. So yeah.
What's your best takeaway from the Steve Harvey experience? You know, you've met the celebrities, you've had a chance to act. I mean, you have great communication skills. And Mom, you've done well.
Thank you.
What's your best takeaway from this experience?
My biggest takeaway from DDA was be authentic and to go along with their new slogan, Be 100, you know, because that's really important. Just being your authentic self and just propelling yourself to do, pushing you in the right direction towards your dreams.
Mm-hmm. Jeremiah, you made me proud. What's with the sound, man? All right, are we back? Okay, yeah, we're having fun, evidently. Hey, welcome back to Kirkland's Corner. Our next guest is a mom and son team here who I've had the pleasure to work with. They have great testimonies. Tenyo Pearl, correct?
Yes.
Tenyo, I got it right. And Jeremiah Pearl, thank you for coming today.
Thank you.
Tenyo, I bless you. Thank you, my sister. So, wow. How'd you get here? So I know we talked about that. We saw some of the previews. So why did you get selected? What made you so special?
Oh, but I ask myself that question every day. But, you know, I guess to answer it, it was just my time. You know, I applied, you know, the story on how I got
turned down, right, the first night?
Yeah, so like the story on how I heard of the Disney Dreamers Academy was my mom first heard about it. We were driving along to dropping me off to school, and one morning she heard it on the
radio?
On the radio station. And this was in 8th grade. I was too young to apply. So I waited another year and I applied I waited probably my sophomore year.
Your sophomore year.
And
No, you applied your freshman year.
yeah, I did apply my freshman year. I applied my freshman year the first time and I did not get accepted. And I was upset. I was straight up, I was mad. And then I thought, why didn't I get it? I remember a whole lot of things happened. I ripped up the application. The application.
You're like, I'm pissed.
I'm done with it.
Done with it.
But then my mom was like, you know, my mom, she's always good at keeping me motivated. Even sometimes I'm like, what is she saying? What is she saying? But she's no, like what she says is very true. And she just said, you know what, Jeremiah, this was the first time I heard this term used. It's just not yet. That was the first time I heard that term used. Yes. And she made me apply the following year. And my junior year in high school is when I got accepted. And I remember I was sitting at a Barnes & Noble's with my cousin. He was helping me do the application. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to get this one. Cousin, what am I doing?
Charlie Brown, I got to rock, yeah.
And then he said, we got this. And I was writing my answers. I was answering the questions accordingly. And I submitted off at that same night at the Starbucks. I forgot all about it. And a week before Christmas in 2016, I remember walking up the steps to our apartment, and there was just a white envelope just tilted on our door. And I didn't think of anything. It said, "Kissing me, Florida." I don't know anybody in Kissing me, Florida. And
Kissimmee, Florida.
Yeah, excuse me.
I know what you meant.
Yeah.
I like the way you said it better.
Yeah, I don't know nobody here. So I just handed it off to my mom and just went inside the house. 5 minutes later, I hear a scream. I'm like,
your mom was screaming?
Yeah, you okay? And then she hands it to me, and she says, letter read, "Congratulations, you've been accepted into the 2016 class of Disney Dreamers Academy."
That's great.
And I cried. Those were real tears and tears of joy that I had running down my face. Because it was a long time coming. That time in my life was definitely a lot of things were happening. So it was a bittersweet moment.
Well,
so.
I want to just digress a bit. Mom, I want to say I appreciate you because you're a single parent.
Yes.
And, it's not easy out there. We talk about this sometime. And, kudos to you for keeping him in the game. I've had the pleasure to talk to Jeremiah, and he's such a nice young man. His communication skills are impeccable. Where's he got that from? I mean, his decorum, his professionalism at 21 to 20 is amazing. That you?
Yeah, I'd like to take some credit. In the village.
You've done a great job.
Village. It takes a village.
Because in this world, it's all about messaging. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yes.
Because you want people to listen to you. We as black people sometimes forget about the power of messaging. So you got to stay on the course with that because, a lot of us don't know how to ask. I always say ask for the order, so to speak. So Mom, you've done a great job. And take us back to this Dreamers Academy. So let's go back to, did you get a chance to go down there too?
Yes, I did.
What was the experience like?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's not only a life-changing experience for the young people that are involved, the Dreamers, they call them Dreamers.
The Dreamers, I like that.
It's actually a life-changing experience for parents of Dreamers.
Why is that?
There are different sessions for the young people involved, but there are also workshops for the adults as well. One takeaway from my being a chaperoning Jeremiah is that oftentimes being a parent of a dreamer or being a parent at all, we tend to put our dreams on hold. And the sessions that we had a chance to attend just reminded the parents it's important for the parents to activate their dream. What is your vision? What are your goals? What are your dreams? What are your hopes and what are your aspirations? So when we left the experience, not only Jeremiah was transformed, I believe that I was transformed as well as his mother.
It reignited your spirit for doing something different.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, yes.
Everybody wants to hear about Steve Harvey, so what kind of guy is he?
Oh, Steve Harvey, he's a cool guy. And I had the opportunity to meet him personally, just being backstage, because I went back as a champion. That's how I got this beautiful shirt. So I went back the following year, 2018, as an alum champion. So they invite students, certain students back to be mentors, like
like a step up.
Youth facilitators. So it's a step up.
Good for you.
So they give you the opportunity to be on stage. You get a mic. You get to introduce celebrities. You get to just be up there and just be your own personality.
That's what's up.
So yeah, But
so let's get back to the program. What do they offer down there? I know they have the acting. What else do they offer down there?
So they offer a whole lot of things. They offer Imagineering for those that
want. What is
that? Imagineering. So. Imagineering is what Disney calls their creators. So all the creators behind the rides, the content that Disney creates, they call their people Imagineers. So they teach different students down there how to be an Imagineer. What does it mean to be a Disney creator? What does it mean to be I wasn't in that particular deep dive, so I don't really know exactly what they was taught, but they had that one. They had culinary. They had veterinary. I remember some of the students were dissecting pigs' feet.
Okay.
All
right. I'm not going to touch that one.
They had filmmaking.
Oh, I love it.
They had law. They had
law too?
Everything you could think of it. Wherever the Dreamers for that selected class put on their application what they wanted to do, they find the people in the field to match you up. They don't.
So this program is across the country.
Yes, it is.
Tenyo, and it's all nationalities? Is it just black boys, Latinos?
No, it's all nationalities.
All nationalities.
All walks of life, diverse participants, yes.
Excellent. How'd you find the staff? I mean, they have actors and football players and stuff?
Well, yeah. So at least for my year, I worked directly with a person, an actress who was a Disney actress.
Oh, nice. I'm sure you were loving that.
Yeah. Also, my year, I had opportunity to meet Lamont Rucker, who is a guy that I still, a mentor that I still keep in contact with to this day.
Excellent guy.
Will Packer was down there my year.
Very talented.
And that was just my year. Previous year, they had Cam Newton down there. Neo was down there.
Oh, wow.
A whole lot of the Empire cast was down there. The Blackish cast was down there. They had everybody. So they pull out. They don't hold nothing back.
How did it make you feel? I mean, did it change, you know, the way you view yourself?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
By being selected and being a leader?
Yeah, absolutely. I guess on top of being selected, it gave you that confirmation that you are special.
That you're special. Wow.
You know, they give you the confirmation that you're special, but on top of that, it just told you that your dreams are possible. That's the one thing I remember Jonathan Sprinkles, one of the members of the Speakers Resource Group, was saying, it's possible. And you have to believe in your dreams, no matter how hard they get, in those low moments. Trust me, when those low moments come, you gotta, whatever it is that doesn't break, make sure that doesn't break, because that's that thing that
I like that.
Gets you back up.
Well, so what he's saying, viewers out there, is you got to have this, again, what Bobby said, it's your passion. Because you do something with passion, as you know, Danielle, you're not working a day of your life, correct?
Correct.
If you're very passionate about it, and it's just feeding inside of you, that can't go away. That itch, it's called an itch. You got to keep that going. What's for you? I mean, what do you want to do in the next? Where do you want to be in 5-10 years? You want to be in a soapbox? You want to have a contract? What do you want to do?
Well, next 5 or 10 years, I hope to graduate from college. Number one.
I love that, Mom. He's on it.
Yes.
And then I also like to dive heavy in my career in acting. You know, I've done some community theater acting in my neighborhood and in college, but I want to start to branch out and hopefully be in Black Panther too.
You know what? That's very possible.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, that movie made over $1 billion, and it's a black movie.
Yes.
Yeah, that could happen.
Even the costume director from Black Panther was down there herself.
I know her personally.
Yes. So
Ruth went to Hampton. I think it's Hampton University, and she's a great person. She won the Oscar. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. You know, the world's changing, and demographics indicate, you see, this is why you're so important. In the next 15, 20 years, the world's going to be brown. The world's going to change its hue. They look like us. So what that means is there's tremendous opportunities for everyone in this world. And I'm not saying everybody's racist, but I'm just saying the world's going to change for a good way. So you got to continue to lead from the front. You got to continue to hang around people like Bobby Gales and myself, listen to Mom, but you are the next generation. That's why it's so important. That's why we dedicate this show to the youth, that don't just listen to us, really take heed and take it in your heart, okay? Because you're going to change the world. It's so, so important. You know, as we transition out and close out, what are some of the things, Mom, you want to talk about in terms of the program or as it relates to this youth initiative?
I just think it's important. I just like to speak on mothers of children. I think it's very important that, yes, we focus on grades, we focus on merits and accomplishments, but it's very important as a parent to find out what your child dream and their passions and make sure that you take that equally as important. Once, one of my favorite poems by Langston Hughes, What Happens to a Dream Deferred, and I think we need to take that concept into parenting and teach our children to dream and to have passions and to create vision boards and to think about the future.
Look at you. So you had vision boards for him?
Yes, we did. We had vision boards.
I learned all this stuff through her.
Yes, we did that. And actually, Jeremiah had Steve Harvey's picture on one of his vision boards as well.
Wow.
So I learned it, I think I taught it to you at the age of 10 years old, just the power of visioning and things like that.
That's amazing. And you know, Jeremiah, do you have an elevator speech? What's your elevator speech?
Hello, I'm Jeremiah Pearl. I am an actor. I need to work on it, I guess.
Yeah, so your elevator speech, which we teach at the Hunter Blackman, is so, so important. And it's basically just saying to people who you are, what do you want to be, where you want to go, and how you're going to be impactful. So you and I will work on that.
Yes.
But it's basically just, and you can do this well with your, being an actor, but it's really just telling people why should they deal with you. Because in the first 20 minutes, I've studied this, the first 20 seconds, people make an assessment if they want to even deal with you. That's in business, negotiations, an actor, even an audition, because I do auditions too, I do voiceovers and TV. In the first 20 seconds, they make an assessment. Do I even want to deal with that person? Then you got to find a way to be impactful with your, your stage presence, your voice, your quality, your engagement. So it is so critical to understand that as you move through life, where the messaging again is so important, and that's why you're so important. And Mom, you know, who's your idol? I mean, aren't you related to Patti LaBelle?
Just third cousins. I have not had a chance to meet her as of yet.
Wow.
Yes, yes, I just found out that I am related to her.
That's
yes.
amazing.
So that's my dream, to
That's
have an opportunity to meet Patti LaBelle, who is connected from the Holt family. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And how have you done this as a single parent? Because look at this young man. I mean, you're doing this by yourself. I mean, how do you do this?
It's the village. I mean, first of all, I'm a woman. I have strong faith, so I believe in God. And my mother, I just want to thank. I have a really devoted mother who is also.
I had the pleasure to meet her.
Yes,
she's amazing.
She's a minister, so she is.
She's a minister.
Yeah, she's my rock, and she just taught me to always put God first. And then there's the village. I think that Jeremiah is very fortunate that he has a host of mentors and people that have taken him under their wing to just help to motivate his, to help him to achieve his God-ordained purpose.
What do you say to people out there that are just giving up? You know, I mentor a lot of youth that are struggling. What do you say to them? I mean, how do they keep it going?
You have to have a dream.
So have a dream. Get back to the dream.
You have to have a dream. You have to have a vision.
Yep.
And I know it's difficult. You know, I myself did not grow up with my biological father.
Oh.
And that's how, when you mentioned about being related to Patti LaBelle, that's the part. So I don't know my biological father and their family very well. And so through trials and tribulations, you just have to have a dream. You have to have a focus and a vision. And then when you just have that dream, it'll take you very far.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. And then you, so you have a couple mentors, and I mean, who's your mentor right now?
There's so many just wonderful people that I've had the opportunity to meet and still remain in contact with.
Sure.
You know, I learned something. People come in, my mom told me this also, people come in your life for a reason, a season, and a lifetime.
Yes.
And each person that I meet, each mentor that I've met, they've all had something to teach me that, you know, culminated for me being at this point.
Yes.
You know, from having the opportunity to call former Mayor Kurt Schmoke a mentor,
I know,
Lamont Rucker a mentor,
yes.
Even yourself as a mentor.
Yes, thank you.
I learned something from everybody that I come in contact with.
Wow.
And Dr. Alex Ellis, Dr. Jonathan Sprinkles, all these, everybody at Disney Dreamers Academy that I met and still talk to this day.
Yeah, they still call.
And they still call.
That's
so
really
I learned something from them every day.
And there's one quote I wanted you to understand and keep in mind. I might have mentioned this at our little introduction. My favorite quote in life is the good, the bad, and the ugly. And what I mean by that, Jeremiah, your mom knows, every day you're going to have all this good stuff coming to you. Oh my God, I'm great, I'm making money, I got a job offer, I got that audition, I nailed it. Then you get the bad. Why did that happen to me? Why am I having a problem here? Why is this police stopping me here and giving me a warning for driving? Then you get the ugly. The ugly is what changes your life. The ugly is you're going to an audition, I'm going to put it into your terms, you get a flat tire and you miss the audition, and they're paying you $5,000. It was your second callback. So what I'm saying to you is in life, and I live my life every day, the good, the bad, and the ugly, it's going to happen every day. Some days everything flows pretty well, but there's going to be this ugly like you can't even figure it out. Why did one of my close friends die of cancer the other day? You know what I mean? It's stuff that you can't even understand. So if you as a young man understand, if you position yourself as you go through life to prepare yourself, then when it hits you, you won't fall back so hard. It makes sense? Because we're all going to fall down. But every day, understand, relish in that good moment, but right behind it, something crazy is going to happen that you can't even explain. So that's what I wanted to share with you. And as we close this segment out, I want to thank you both.
Thank you.
What are some of your parting words to the viewers about anything at this point? Dreamers Academy, about youth, child rearing, whatever.
Yeah, I think it's very important. I really encourage the parents to encourage their children to apply for Disney Dreamers Academy.
And that website again is
www.disneydreamersacademy.com.
See, Bobby didn't even say that. You just said it right.
But one thing I want to say when you mentioned about my I guess Shiro is Dr. Maya Angelou.
Shiro, go ahead, girl.
And Dr. Maya Angelou.
She said.
And Still I Rise. So when you talk about the bad and the ugly, no matter what those things are, I consider those as sandpaper. And when you have the sandpaper, it just kind of smooths it out. So no matter what trials and tribulations, just remember and still you can rise.
You know, your mom is really smart, by the way. And she has some great quotes since I've been around her. So close it out, my friend, Mr.
Yes.
Actor,
Yes.
thespian.
So I think my biggest message, one thing that I learned from my experience through Disney Dreamers Academy and 21 years that I've been alive.
Oh, that's so long.
I
love it.
It's no is not yet. And
yes, Mom said that.
Yes, that's what I was taught to me.
No, it's not yet.
And,
yes.
And this is
Thank
something
you,
that,
Danielle.
as I'm saying it aloud, I'm also talking to myself also because it's something that I've been practicing. Be easy on yourself. I think a lot of times we get too hard on ourselves. And we, at least in my generation, we want things like that.
Instant gratification.
But
I want it right now.
yes, like these devices in front of us, I get why we want it like that because we get almost everything we want.
All right, we close it out. I want to thank you both. Patience and fortitude, which my dad used to say when he was alive. Patience and fortitude, because it's going to come. God will bless you sometimes when you least expect it, right?
Yes, yes.
It may not come right now, but if you stay dedicated and do the right thing and pay it forward and be authentic as a human being, you will make it in life. So what I want to do, I want to thank you guys for coming today. I appreciate you, brother. I'm going to be one of your mentors. I am your mentor.
Thank you.
Tenyo, I mean, you're the best. And let's stay in contact. And we have coming up Miss Teen Maryland International 2019. Don't go anywhere in Kirkland's Corner. We're about to heat this thing up. And hey, we're having fun. Hope you're having fun. I'm having fun.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay there.
I got smart about saving for college. And now my daughter's off to a great start.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find at smartaboutmoney.org.
We got smart about loans.
And sign here. Now it's our house. We're going home to.
I got smart about preparing for those unexpected challenges. Now I know at least my finances will be healthy.
Smart About Money is a free online resource. We are a non-commercial, non-profit organization dedicated to helping people just like you get information about money. For everything from how to build an emergency fund to how to deal with job uncertainty, smartaboutmoney.org has the answers you've been looking for.
I got smart about credit.
Do you like paper or plastic?
Now paper or plastic has a whole new meaning.
Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart about your finances.
Hi, I'm IC. For many former servicemen and women with post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury, the battle doesn't always end when they come home. American Humane rescues animals needing forever homes and trains them to become free, life-saving service dogs for veterans in need. If you're a veteran or know a veteran struggling, go to AmericanHumane.org to learn about their Pups for Patriots program. Let's give our veterans a fighting chance.
Every ugly doll is unique.
I'm Moxie.
Bobo.
Wait.
Call me Slick Doll.
What?
And every child is too.
They can be pretty lovable.
That's why when you travel, you should make sure your child is in the right seat for their age and size.
This is why you're the wisest doll in town.
Well, keep them safe by visiting nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Isn't that right, gibberish cat?
Find the right seat today.
Your girls have been with you through every moment of your life. They were with you when you felt unbreakable, and with you when you had your heart broken. They were with you when you shared your love with the world, and with you when she became your world. They're still with you right now. But how well do you know them?
I expect it to be a lot easier.
I didn't know what step to take next.
I was transitioning from the military.
My friends thought I could do anything.
I missed my unit, my family.
Playing with my daughter, I felt like a stranger.
I didn't have a clear sense of what to do next.
And then I thought, if I'm going through this, other veterans have gone through it too, right?
I started to open up.
And I saw that I wasn't alone.
We are not alone.
Other veterans have transitioned from the military and overcome mental health challenges. Visit maketheconnection.net.
Native American contributions are all around us. Here's one. Can you find it? Vanilla. More at sacredpeople.org.
Look, he loves vanilla.
All right, welcome back. We're going to bring up the rear here, I guess, who's making changes. This young female, she's doing some great things. It's Miss Teen Maryland International 2019, Anya Bella Crawford. Say that 3 times. Welcome to the show, Anya.
Hi, thank you.
Man, congratulations. And tell us, how did you get to this point?
So, how did I become Miss Teen Maryland
Yes.
International 2019? Well, it's actually a funny story.
Please.
So, my mom's hairstylist is actually the International Maryland pageant coordinator, and I was walking in one day and she was like, "Are you interested?" And I just said, "Yeah." And then next thing I knew, I'm here as Miss Teen Maryland
Man.
International 2019.
And tell the viewers, how'd you get to this point? So you competed and how'd you win? What did you do?
So I competed in our local pageant.
Where was that?
It was in Springfield,
Virginia?
Maryland.
Oh, Maryland?
Yes.
Okay.
And then, so in order to compete, you have to choose a platform that you're passionate about, and then you basically have to go and promote your platform in
And what was your platform?
So my platform was youth female empowerment. That's something that I am truly passionate about, just because self-experiences, trying to transition into middle school and high school were really difficult for me. So trying to help other girls, transition smoothly, that's what I hope to do.
And I think it's called, you said, the Bella Girls?
Yes. So,
tell them about that.
So I recently just created an organization called Bella Girls.
Good for you.
I created about 2 months ago, and right now the goal for the Bella Girls is to educate, connect, and inspire young girls all across the world.
Now, how are you going to do that? Through, you said, podcasts? How are you going to do that?
Yes. So if you become a member or a Bella Girl,
I like it.
you will receive podcasts, blogs, and I will also be having a YouTube channel where I will be posting videos, advice, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. So you're 16, correct?
Yes,
wow,
I'm 16 years
really
old.
Young. And I asked my guest, who's your idol?
My idol would definitely have to be my mom.
Oh,
I mean, yeah,
nice.
she's truly the perfect role model to look up to. I mean, this woman is ambitious. I've never seen a woman work so hard. She works extremely hard at her job. She loves to work. And
the way you said this woman, I could tell you were passionate about this woman.
Yeah. Yeah, it pays off for her.
That's awesome. So, we talked about this in the green room. What do you want to do with this? I know you're only 16, so let's say you continue. Do you want to keep entering in the pageants and keep going all the way up, or?
I think that's to be determined. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna enter any more pageants. I think this one pageant was a great experience, and I definitely am going to expand my Bella Girls organization. That's my number one priority. I'm trying to make it international, and actually this summer I will be traveling to Qatar after.
Oh, wow.
Yes, after my pageant.
What's going on over there?
So my grandfather actually recently helped open up a school over in Qatar.
Oh,
and
man.
He invited me to come over and help teach English. And while I'm over there, I will also be promoting my Bella Girls in Qatar.
Man, that is amazing.
Yes.
Wow. Now, where do you see yourself career-wise? Have you thought about media, TV, or what do you want to do when it's all said and done? Let's say, I know you're only 16. What do you think you want to do?
So do you mean career as a job? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm actually interested in the medical field, and I hope to pursue a career in dermatology when I get older.
Why dermatology?
I've always been fascinated by skin ever since I was a teenager and I got acne and started doing research, how do I prevent acne, and then started doing more research, learning about different types of skin diseases, and I was like, oh, I kind of like this.
Because there's skin cancer too. There's a lot of things with skin disease. Exterior, perspective.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. Have you considered print work, or have you considered acting? Have you considered a spokesperson?
Not really, but I would definitely be up to looking further into those fields.
The reason why I say that is because I was our previous guest. The world's changing. The world's looking more like you and myself, and believe it or not, that's a good thing.
Yes.
So they need spokespersons. I've been in the entertainment business for 30 plus years, doing voiceovers in TV and radio, and it's a very profitable business. So that's something based on you should consider, and I will talk to your mom after this shoot because I have contacts in the business that you probably could make contacts with, that it gives you a different platform in a different way. You might want to be behind the camera. You might want to be, a graphic artist. So just something to think about, because you have such a good look, you should consider that.
Yes.
Yeah, so tell the viewers about some of the pros and cons. What's been some challenges with this type of thing? Because this is tough. I mean, wearing that thing on your head and walking around.
Yeah, it got used to fall off.
It's a lot.
Yeah. So starting from the moment that I won Miss Teen Maryland International.
How'd you feel when you won?
I was in total shock. And listening to the crowd, I wasn't the only one.
How many girls did you compete against?
I only competed against one, so really we were all winners. My competitor is now the Miss Teen Maryland Ambassador 2018. Yes, and I hold this title. But I was definitely in total shock, and so was my mom, brother, father. I mean, I could hear them because they were sitting like nearby, and they're like, oh my gosh, she won, I can't believe it.
That's amazing.
And I was in a lot of shock.
What were some of the challenges, though? I mean, was it just the one competition, or you have several over the years?
So I will be competing at the end of July in West Virginia, which is the pageant where all the states and girls from other countries come.
Wow, international.
Yeah, international. But another challenge that I faced after having my title was promoting myself in Bella Girls, because I reached out to a few people and I didn't hear anything back. I explained to them, hi, my name is Anya Crawford. I'm Miss Teen Maryland International 2018.
Sure you are.
This is my platform. I like to come in and talk to people, and I didn't hear anything back. So it was really sad to know that nobody really cares. Now that I have this title, I thought everybody would want me to come in and
it's called
hear
life.
me.
It's called life.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was definitely a major challenge.
Yeah, I mean, I encourage you to continue to find a mentor and leverage your position. Not to say it's just bad to keep being a pageant queen, but I think at this point at 16, you have a good start to leverage. And I know you're not thinking about business, but you should think about some business opportunities. And the reason why I say TV and radio, because it's again, you're here in my show about messaging and impacting people's lives, but you're a person that people want to talk to and listen to. So I encourage you to do that as you continue to grow as a person. So you go to, let's hear more about you. So you go to what, Indian Creek High School?
Yes, Indian Creek High School.
Where's that? That's been?
It's in Crownsville.
Crownsville, Maryland?
Yes.
And let's get into Anya. So what's some of the things you like to do besides doing this?
So I'm also an athlete. I play volleyball and basketball.
Are you good?
Freshman year, I was MVP for JV basketball, and then I was also I was the only freshman to make the varsity volleyball team as a freshman.
Good for you. You have good. How tall are you?
I'm about 5'9", 5'10".
That's excellent. Excellent. So is that a potential? Do you think you're good enough to get a scholarship with that too, or not?
I think that I have the ambition to get the scholarship if I work hard, if I put my mind to it. I think there's definitely an opportunity for me to get an athletic scholarship.
Yeah, and what about academics? Are you a pretty good academic student?
Yeah, so Academically, I just recently started getting really into my grades, like being really hard on myself. Like, I need to get good grades. I need to do this to be successful in life. So freshman year, didn't do so well. I'm not proud of it.
But at least you're owning up to it. Good for you. That's the biggest problem, not owning up to it.
So sophomore year, I came back with, I had a 3.8 and made high honors first semester.
Good for you.
Yeah.
What I want to do also is turn your mom onto the 100 Black Women of Maryland, which is an organization. We have the 100 Black Men, which I mentor you, Black boys.
I've heard.
But we also have the 100 Black Women that could be very beneficial to you. Right. You might be a spokesperson for them too, which could make your brand bigger.
Yes.
And what I try to teach young people like you is, you know, understand your purpose.
Yes.
Network when you're in this kind of environment, like your mom tells you all the time, and try to. You got to get more into a business mind, even though you're 16. You understand? Because you have a good story to tell.
Yes.
And a lot of young people at your age don't understand it. So please listen to me. Start branding yourself now. You're doing it now, being, you know, Mrs. Teen International.
Right.
But beyond that, think about 5 years from now. Now, I know this is a tough question. Where do you want to be 5 years from now? Do you want to be in college? Do you want to be working somewhere? TV? What do you want to do in 5 years?
Definitely in college, and then after that, hopefully medical school.
Medical school?
Yeah.
Wow, you want to be a doctor?
Yes, a dermatologist.
You know, that's a lot of education.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah. So we got a couple minutes. What would you like to close out on? Your platform or about anything? This is your time. What do you want to talk about as it relates to you and what's happening in Anya's life?
Okay, so I would definitely like to promote my Bella Girls organization.
Okay.
So I would just like to say to any of the young girls who are watching this, if you're struggling through transitioning into middle school and high school, whether that being bullying, cyberbullying, feeling alone, not having friends,
depression.
Yes, I understand exactly how you feel because I went through all of that. And
how'd you get through it?
How'd I get through it? Well, I actually got through it by looking in the mirror and telling myself that I'm beautiful every day.
Oh, wow.
Because, I really struggled with self-confidence.
Really?
Yeah, growing up.
Oh, my God.
Yes, I did.
So you just look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, look, I'm beautiful, I can get this done.
Yes, and another thing that I did was I also wrote on sticky notes things that I liked about myself.
I like that.
And I would post them on my mirror and then read them to myself.
I like that. So what you're saying, you had little sticky notes on you, inspirational little notes.
Inspirational quotes and things that I like about myself.
See, Jeremiah, his mom told him you should get a dream board. So when you leave today.
Oh, yeah, vision board. I have one of those.
You do? Okay, good. So have a vision board, and you have to update that every single month. I do it every week.
Right.
And in my opinion, you think of like 5 to 10 things you want to do, and you got to upgrade that.
Right.
And it could be money, could be status, jobs, winning another pageant, helping mom out, whatever. Just put that on your board and check it off. That's real important. And then what's some last words you want to say to the young ladies that are struggling to? Anything else about life, about in general?
Make sure that you definitely go to my website at
What's your website? Nice and slow.
www.bellagirls.com. It's girls spelled with a U and then ZS.
Why'd you change it?
A little bit confusing.
Why'd you change it?
Just to make it unique, my own.
What you doing, Willis? Anyway, you've been a gem. Tell them, when's that competition again?
At the July 22nd.
July 22nd. Where?
West Virginia.
Where in West Virginia? Do you know?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
We want to support you. Okay.
Thank you.
We might show up and do some interviews there. But congratulations on your success. And you know, we're proud of you. You're only 16. You're amazing. Right. I wish I had, you know, what you have at 16. But so understand your power, purpose, and you're here for the right reason. And you're blessed. You have your own unique DNA. And understand the power. And young people, you don't understand. We live in the best country in the world. You're in the best part of the country in the world where there's a lot of influence. So thank you for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So, hey, another great edition. Anya, you're the best. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Every week, we try to bring the heat here at Kirkland's Corner. We try to bring great people in the community. I hope you enjoyed this show. I did. I learned something every single week. I want to thank all my guests, Bobby Gales, Jeremiah and his mom, and you, and just the whole staff. I also want to thank Mr. Peacock for what you do, and Dave and all the crew here. Hey, we're changing lives, making a difference. Don't forget, every day when you work hard as you can, your day is over. Please continue to reflect back and ask yourself, did I inspire someone today? Goodbye for now, and please send your comments. Yeah, we need feedback. We want to get better to www.dbanaleeab.com or go to Kirkland's Corner on YouTube and check us out. It's been an honor. I'm Walt Kirkland. Till next week, do something good, inspire someone. Bye for now.
Without the letters A, B, and O, there's no mom. There's no Brittany. Because A's, B's, and O's determine your blood type. And we're missing all of them. Schedule your donation at redcrossblood.org.